and welcome to this brand new video. Have you ever looked at your electricity bill and wondered how did they calculate this amount, or why you pay in kilowatt hour instead of volts or amperes, or how does your TV, your refrigerator, your air conditioner and all lights contribute to your monthly bill? In this video, I'll break down exactly how electricity consumption is calculated and how your electricity company determines what you pay. Alright, so it is important to know what electrical energy is. And electrical energy is the amount of electrical power that is used over a period of time, right? So the formula is for energy is power multiplied by time, and the SI unit of this power we're talking about is going to be kilowatt hour. And it is also important for me to note that a lot of people probably have studied physics and have noticed that the SI unit of energy is joules. But it is important for you to know that the difference between energy that is measured in joules and energy that is measured in kilowatt hour, the difference is the time. Whenever you see energy in joules, just know that it is multiplied by time in seconds. But when you see energy in kilowatt hour, know that it was power multiplied by time in hours. So let's get into it. This is an example. We have this lamp that consumes power of 60 watt, and this lamp is used for 5 hours. So in order for us to calculate the energy, the first thing we need to do is convert 60 watt into kilowatt, right? Because remember, the SI unit is kilowatt hour, which is power in kilowatt multiplied by time in hours. So we have to convert 60 watt into kilowatt. We can do that simply by dividing 60 by 1000, then multiply by 5. We're going to have 0.3 kilowatt hour. So that is the energy that this lamp consumes for 5 hours. So that is that. So as you can see, 1 kilowatt hour means using 1 kilowatt of power for 1 hour. 1 kilowatt multiplied by 1 hour, you're going to have 1 kilowatt hour. And again, it is important for you to know that the more power a device uses and the longer it operates, the more electrical energy it consumes. Okay, what does kWh mean? I think I've explained that already. Many people confuse kilowatt and kilowatt hour, which is a very big mistake. So kilowatt measures power. It tells us how fast a device uses electricity, while kilowatt hour measures the energy. It tells us how much electricity was actually consumed. So kilowatt measures the power, kilowatt hour measures the energy. So the power tells us how fast, and the energy tells us how much was used exactly. So this is an example. So imagine we have a 1000 watt heater. Remember, 1000 watt, we are going to divide the amount by 1000 in order to have the amounts in kilowatt. So 1000 watt divided by 1000, we are going to have 1 kilowatt. And if this heater runs for 1 hour, what is the energy? We are going to take the power, which is 1 hour, multiplied by the time, which is also 1 hour. You are going to realize that it consumes 1 kilowatt hour of energy. So the heater has a use 1 unit of electricity. In simple words, again, power tells us the speed of consumption, while energy tells us the total amount used. An example, let's say we have an air conditioner that has a power of 1500 watts. We want to calculate the energy it uses in a period of 8 hours. So first thing we need to do, we convert that power into kilowatt. So we're going to have 1500 divided by 1000, and that is going to be equal to 1.5 kilowatts. It's going to be equal to 1.5 kilowatts, and for the time it uses 8 hours per day. So the daily energy is going to be this power, which is 1.5 kilowatts, multiplied by the amount of time that the aircon was used, which is 8 hours. Multiply that, we are going to have 12 kilowatt hour. That is the amount of energy consumed in a day. And if we want to calculate the energy this AC consumes in a month, we are going to multiply that by 30 for 30 days. So we're going to have 12 kilowatt hour multiplied by 30, and we're going to have 360 kilowatt hour. That is the monthly electricity consumption, right? And this also explains why AC air conditioners play a big impact on electricity bill, because they have like very high power and therefore consume way much electricity if you use them for long amounts of the day. Now let's calculate energy consumption of different appliances. I think we've done this already. Yeah. So for a light bulb, let's say this light bulb has 100 watt and is used for 5 hours, right? So same thing, we'll calculate, divide the power by 1000, we're going to have 0.1 kilowatt. The amount of time it is used, 5 hours, you multiply the power by the 5 hours, you're going to have 0.5 kilowatt hour. And for the total month, you're going to have 0.5 kilowatt times 30, that is 15 kilowatt hour. And you're also going to notice something very important. You notice that the AC in a month uses 360 kilowatt hour, while the lamp in a month uses just 15 kilowatt hour. So you understand that those two devices, they use, the difference in energy consumption is really large. So that is something important to note. So now this is a case where we have different appliances. Let's say we have a light whose monthly consumption is 15 kilowatt hour, TV whose average monthly consumption is 10 kilowatt hour, refrigerator whose average monthly energy consumption is 45 kilowatt hour, and an AC whose average monthly consumption is 360 kilowatt hour. Now we need to calculate the total energy that is consumed, and also we need to note that the electricity costs 15 cents per kilowatt, or $0.15 per kilowatt hour. So the first thing we need to do is calculate the total energy of all the appliances. So we're going to add 15 kilowatt hour for lights, 10 kilowatt hour for the TV, 45 kilowatt hour for the refrigerator, and 360 kilowatt hour for the AC. We're going to have a total of 430 kilowatt hour. After having the total energy, the next thing we need to do to have the bill is multiply the total energy by the tariff, which, like I said here, the tariff is $0.15 per kilowatt hour. So in order to have the bill, we're going to take 430 kilowatt hour, and multiply by $0.15, and we're going to have a total of $64.50. That is the amount of energy that was used by all these appliances in a month. And again, it is also important for you to note that this amount that you calculated is not going to be the exact amount that will be it's not going to be the exact amount that you pay, because electricity bills also include taxes, service charges, and other fees. So even if you calculate this value, you're going to notice that it is going to be slightly different. A couple of dollars are going to increase on that amount because of taxes, service charges, and other fees. And why some appliances increase our bill so quickly? Not all appliances consume electricity equally, like we've noticed from doing exercises before. Appliances like air conditioners, electric heaters, ovens, dryers, they consume more than things like lamps and your chargers. So they consume more because they have higher power ratings, right? A small phone charger may use 10 watts, but may use 10 watts, but an air conditioner may use more than 1000 watts. So you realize that the difference is huge. That's why some appliances definitely consume more than others. And how to reduce your electricity bill? The best to reduce your electricity bill is use energy saving appliances, turn off devices when they are not needed, improve air conditioner efficiency, replace old bulbs with LED bulbs, avoid leaving high power appliances running unnecessarily. And it's also important to know that doing just these little things are going to impact your bills massively. So thank you for watching this video. Please, if you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. See you on the next one.